Hey folks, how you doing? Suzy Meadows here. Hey, it is February 27th of 2023. It's the last Monday in the month. Hey, welcome. This is Suzy Meadows. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Indiana, and I love crafting with paper crafts and things, especially with Stampin' Up! Goodies. And today I'm going to show you a really easy card using some new goodies that are available just in the next couple days. So I have several cards I've already made that I'll show you, but we're going to create one together. So as you are joining me, if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment, let me know that you're joining me and where you're from. I'm going to check on my iPad and see that we are broadcasting. It looks like we are. Good deal. It is here in Central Indiana. It's nice, as in it's warm. And hey, Marion, glad you're joining me. Hey, it's warm as in like 50s, but it is rainy like crazy. Hey, Ruth. Hey, welcome to Lebanon. It's been good chatting with you over email. Looking forward to seeing you in a class. So, hey, Ruby, gang, I think I'm going to pretty quickly put you over to the workstation. So we can get started, okay? So, that means I'm going to get up close and personal, as I switch things over. So, but hang on just a minute here. And, like I said, it's been raining here. It's been storming. Thankfully, not bad or anything, but, it's actually, it doesn't hardly feel like it's winter right now. Okay, let me scoot stuff down, make sure you can see things. It looks like you can. Great. Okay, gang, I wanted to tell you about the next class. If you're here in Central Indiana, I'm going to be doing a fun fold class in March 9th at a 3 o'clock or 5:30 session. And if you're curious what a fun fold is, this is an example. It is... Here it is, it's called a fun fold because there's unique folds rather than a card like this that is pretty, but it just opens up and boom, there you are. Well, there's all different types of fun folds. This is one that I made earlier, and for Easter, of course, with the bunny and stuff. But I'm getting ready to start opening registration and things, but you can go to my website and you can RSVP, and I will catch up with you to make sure what class you're interested in and things like that. And it's craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. And if you're interested in purchasing anything, here's the host code. So, and along with that, I don't want you to forget that we only have 2 days left for celebration. It ends February 28th. And this is the last one of the year. Stampin' Up! Has revised things. They used to do a couple, but there's only going to be one. And so you just have a couple days with qualifying orders to get free goodies. All these things are still valid and good, except the Dainty Flowers has sold out. So you can't get that pretty paper that I've used on some cards, but you can get everything else. And of course, they added some other goodies. And I'll show you a card using this frayed ribbon. So just want you to remind you that. If you got any questions, holler. So now I said we're going to work with some new things, and we are. We are going to work with Stampin' Up. Like I said, they have revised things a little bit, and they're going to be doing 3 times a year online exclusives where there's a whole bunch of goodies, but you can only find them online. They're not going to put out a catalog. A catalog is nice, and we're used to it, but at the same time, it takes a lot of time and money to put together a catalog. So this is the way they're going to be doing 3 times a year. And the first go around is, they've already showed us a few of the things. March 1st is the beginning. And the things that they've already showed us, the Hello Irresistible Suite, some of this naturally gilded paper in some of these folders, and a stamp set. So, we're all sort of curious, with these letters, I wonder if there'll be dies, or, look at all these embossing folders. It's exciting. We don't know what else is coming, but we know this is what's here. And we're going to use this right here. I'm going to make a quick and easy card with this, but I have some cards to show you that are more complex. Okay, so let's I don't know. Well, let's show you this. I'll show you the suite just really quick. It is rubber stamps. And so you've got your sentiments. Thank you. Hello. Hooray. I like you. Couldn't be happier to have you as a friend. And there's some coordinating dies. And these are a little bit unique. This does not cut out a swirl. What it does, it cuts out, in fact, let me just show you a couple of the cards. It cuts out a negative. So, so I put this die here, and this is what was left. So this is sort of what I call the negative. It doesn't cut out this shape that you can go put on a card. Instead, it gives you the negative. So that was fun. And then, of course, several of these will go with the, they will like die cut some of these flowers and some of the leaves and things. Now, this is unique. These leaves are unique. And then also this, I call it sort of confetti. In fact, it reminds me of sort of like those curtains you used to see with hippies in the doorway. You know, they were made of beads. That's what it reminds me of, but I don't know. So, but anyway, so this, you've got this, and then there's some very unusual loose frosted dots. Now, these do not have adhesive on the back, but what I did, I just put a glue dot down and stuck them down. So you've got 3 colors, 3 different sizes. Nice. So, but to me, one of the stars of the show is, and I've got to move everything, is this designer series paper. You know me, I love my paper. This is 6 by 6, but look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Now, if you aren't into flowers, you've got a lot of leaves and you've got some other prints that are nice. These are my 3 favorite sheets, though. Look at that. These 2 scenes, and then this one here, which is a scene. And in fact, I'll show you a card I made with this. So, but anyway, of course, they're double-sided, so that means, let's see if I can get my hand around. Oh, here we go. See, look at this other side. You've got some very subtle textures, and then you have sort of, I call them clouds, atmosphere, I don't know. But these are to me, very easy to make cards with. So, just heads up, this is the other. And we are actually going to use this guy right here. So, let me get these out of the way, and we're going to create, really, it's a really easy card. But like I said, I have others that I want to show you. In fact, I'm going to pull them down here and put them right in front of me so I don't forget. Because you know me, I have forgotten several times to show you the extra cards. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've got a card base, which is just half sheet of paper. I like using the thick because it stands up really well. I have several folks who save the cards I send, which is cool. My mama does. And I found with the thick, it works so well because you can truly stand them up. You don't get too front heavy, I guess you could say. Okay, so, and I want this. This is just going to be a card front. So, let me get my trimmer, and we will just make a standard card front, which is, for me, is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And that way I have just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we have our sheet that we're going to use. And in fact, I can go ahead. This is going to be, I'm not going to put ribbon on it. I'll probably use some bling. Now, I like using the liquid glue, which is not Elmer's glue, of course. You know, this is some really tacky stuff, and it doesn't take a lot. But this is my favorite because I have just a little bit of time to remove, and I found it stays on. Previously, I used some different tape runners, and I visited Mom and noticed that some of the cards had fallen apart. Lovely Indiana humidity. So I have anymore started using the glue. Now, I'm just going to put my sentiment. We're going to use, thank you, that's what we're going to use. And here's some of my different punches. And I didn't know which shape I wanted to use. I'm going to do it with white. So now I could stamp and then punch, but I'm going to punch and then stamp. So I put it in the right spot. And I don't know. These are just the shapes. So I just brought some shapes here. I wonder. And see, I have vellum. I'm sort of thinking I want to use vellum. And I'm going to, I don't know. What do you guys think? In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and punch some. So I've got that one. And I was thinking, and see, that vellum just gives you a little bit of separation. But it's not too much, you know, so I could go like that. Or I could go like, well, then you don't even see the vellum. But I sort of like that darker green. But I also have this green. So I don't know. What does this shape look like on here? See, this is how I just do some experimenting. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, I like that too. So the thing is, I know I want my front white. So what if I do this? And what punch is this? This is Label Me Lovely. I love my punches because I can quickly, boom, I have a shape. Okay, so decision time. I can go like that. And I can go like that. You know, I don't think I want to use soft seafoam, even though that's what that color is. So I can use, this is evergreen, and I sort of like the difference there. I like that. Or I could, nope, that covers too much. I love the vellum though. Look at that pretty vellum. You know, I sort of like that. It is so subtle. I think either that or, okay, I'm going to make a decision here pretty quick here. So you guys let me know if you have a thought, but that's nice. Or the other option is that. That's too subtle. I think we'll go this way. Okay, so we're going to use that. We're not going to use these. Get these out of the way now. Okay. But I am going to use my, get my punches out of the way too. I don't want them to fall over and clink your face, you know, really loud. Okay, soft seafoam. Let's see what this looks like. I always like stamping once to see what it looks like. And then I'm just going to put it there in the middle. There we go. I like that. And before I clean, I always stamp it extra times. That way I don't have to cleaning my chamois as much. Oh, now I brought the leaf because I wanted to look at how pretty this leaf is. See, I love those two shapes, but let's see what second generation is. I like second generation. So I'm going to go like that. And I think I'll do one up here. I know it's a little hard to see, isn't it? I'll get a little bit closer for you. Okay, so let's get this off. You know, I like doing elaborate cards, but sometimes I just like doing simple and easy because, you know, they're pretty. They're pretty. Now, I think I like putting it down at an angle, or I like putting it up here in the middle. We're going to go down some. Okay, now, once again, I'm just going to use some liquid glue. But now I want to elevate my sentiment, so I'm going to use some dimensionals because I have them. Okay. There we go. Stuck on my fingers, bing and bing. I took the release off on that and got my finger in the way. Okay. So here we go. That's going to go right. I like that right there. Okay. So now that is really, really simple. Now I could bring in some of these. Oh, one thing I did not show you. You see that color? That is Pretty Peacock. They are bringing Pretty Peacock back from several years ago. I'm excited. I loved that color. So, but you know, I don't think I'm going to use any bling. I think I'm truly going to You know, I'm going to go with some of my generic bling. I call it generic. As in, I think I will go with some flat adhesive pearls. I like that. So, I like the pretty shine. We'll put one down here. I'm not going to use these big ones. I'm going to use these smaller ones, I think. And I'll put one here. And one more. I like doing it in 3s and 5s. I don't want it to do too symmetrical. I think I'll do it right there. There we go. Okay, so gang, let me show you these other cards that I've made that are definitely more elaborate. So, but this was the simple and easy one. Okay. Here, got to reach across. Okay. We had last month's, actually it was 2 months ago, Paper Pumpkin. It was love related, but I used a lot of this. This is the card base and this is the tag. But this is where I stamped the flowers and then I die cut them out. And I just thought it was pretty with this gold foil. I thought it was pretty. And I used some different bling here. So that was one. Now, this is one I had a team meeting. I had my snazzy crafters over, which, I need to talk about that gang too. But anyway, this is the card we made. This card base actually came from last celebration. But this is the card we made. We used the die, and so, that was the negative I was showing you. And then we used, to give us, rather than stamping right here on the card, I stamped it on another piece. So that way I could die cut the circle wherever I wanted it. And so that's how we came up with that. And now here I used the pretty peacock. I had some of that paper left. And here I used the new bling. And here's the, what I call the hippie curtains. I don't know. Or the confetti or whatever you call it. So that was one card there. And the last card I was going to show you this is using one of my favorite pieces of paper in that designer series paper. And here I added a little more bling. And this is that frayed ribbon. It comes really wide. Let me grab it here. It comes really, really wide. You can see that. But I like cutting it, and then you can fray it. And I just think that adds a lot of interest. So, okay, gang. So those are the projects. Oh, the one thing I wanted to mention is if you are thinking about joining, gang, the best time right now is the next 2 days. Because normally you join $99 you pay $99 and you get to pick $125 of goodies. Well, until the end of February, you pay $99 and you get $175 of anything. Now there's other options if you want to get the little I call it the little boss, the little mini Stampin' Cut machine. That's a possibility. But gang, this is going away. It'll be gone March 1st. So if you're thinking, holler, let me know. I'd love to have chat with you. And the thing is, you don't have to do videos like I do. You don't have to have classes. The reason I started classes is because I wanted some other folks to craft with. The folks that I had craft with earlier were no longer, they were in a different season in their life and they weren't getting together and crafting, and I wanted to. So that's why I'm teaching classes at the library. So there's some other folks. So gang, well, thank you very much for joining me. Remember, if you're interested in the Lebanon Library class, March 9th, it is at 3 or 5:30, but you got to RSVP because I'll put the packets together and we'll be making fun folds. So 5 cards and 1 3D item. So gang, thanks so much. And I appreciate you watching. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, because I save this over on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and then hit the bell for notifications. That way you know when I have put a new video on there. So gang, it was good chatting with you, and I will talk with you next Monday, which is March 6th. So thanks so much. Bye-bye.